Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Baza. I hope you are as excited as I am, because what I'm going to take you through today is the basics of trading so that I can get you going on your own marathon. Because believe it or not, trading is a marathon. How do you warm up for a marathon? Well, I'll leave that hanging for a bit. So what are we talking about today? We'll be answering the question, what a pip is, how to calculate it, what can be traded, and I'll give you a list of the 7 major forex pairs. But before we jump into this, I want you to take a minute. Take 3 deep breaths and think about why you were doing what you were doing. This will help slow you down and enhance your focus. Once you're done, get back to this video so that we can kickstart into the next chapter. Pause this video and do that, please. Well, thanks for coming back. Let's get into it. What is a pip? This is a unit of measure used in trading. I'm going to give you an example of where you can find these pips. Let's bring up a price chart. This is what we call a price chart. So the prices in this chart are the pips. We'll take, for example, this price, 1.05289. These digits in this price hold a place value. So we go back to our math, and don't you ever say that math never did anything for you, because this is pure mathematics. Don't worry, there won't be any calculations, but we're going back to place values because each digit in this price holds a place value, and I'll show you in a minute. So we're going to move from right to left and break this price down in pips. Our 9 is going to be 0.1 pip. Is going to hold the place value for 0.1 pip. The 8 is going to hold the place value for 1 pip. The 2 is going to hold the place value for 10 pips. The 5 will hold the place value for 100 pips. The 0 is going to hold the place value for 1,000 pips. And the 1 is going to hold the place value for 10,000 pips. In this scenario, what I'm giving you is the price for any other pair. So how would we read this number? The pip world starts from the right all the way to the left.
Well, the price is left to right.
Now for the JPY pairs, it's going to be a little bit different. And I'm going to take you through that example as well. So JPY pairs, the prices are a bit different because we have 3 values before the decimal, or maybe we can have 2 values before the decimal. And this is how we break it down. We go step by step from right to left. The 8 is going to hold the place value of 0.1 pip. 2, a pip. 7, 10 pips. 9, 100 pips. 2, 1,000 pips, and 1 is going to hold 10,000 pips. Now let's go to our next slide. Calculations. How do you calculate these pips? Well, for any other pair, this is how the calculation is done. So if I have a price of 1.05289, and if this price was to go higher to 1.05339, that price would have said to have gone 5 pips above price. And if this price was to go below to 1.05239, this price would have said to have gone below actual price 5 pips. For the JPY pairs, the calculations will go like this. The same thing. I have 129.728. If this price was to go below actual price and go to to 9.688. This price would have been said to go 4 pips below original price. And if this price was to go up to 129.768, this price would have been said to go 4 pips above actual price. If we talk money wise, this price right here, if it went up 5 pips and you bought at this price and this price was to go up to this price and you put $1 per pip, this would have converted into $5. Or if you would put £1 per pip, this would have converted into £5. If you don't understand it at the moment, don't worry, it'll become more apparent in later chapters. Let's go to our next question. Question 3. What can be traded? I've only given you a few examples because we can spend a lot of time talking about what can be traded, because anything can be traded. Nowadays, with economies changing, with everything changing, where we are at the moment, right now, we can trade anything. So I'll just give you a few examples of what we can actually trade so that you have an idea of what is traded in these markets. Forex, this is simply money or currencies, and under money or currencies we have 3 subheadings. We have majors, we have minors, and we have exotic pairs. Under major pairs we have, example of major pairs will be the Euro USD or the GBP USD, and I will share the major pairs in our last slide. Minor pairs, we will have the pound against the CAD or the euro against the New Zealand dollar. And exotic pairs, and this is a long list, so I've only given you 2 examples, and I'm going to give you 2 examples for the exotic pairs as well. For the exotic pairs, we'll have USD Brazilian real or the USD Singaporean dollar. Now, what else can be traded? Commodities. What are they? These are simply physical products, and what comes below physical products? We can mention a lot of physical products that can be traded, but I'm going to give you 3 of them that can be traded. We have metals, we have energies, and grains. So under metals, we're going to have gold, silver, and many more out there. Under energies, we're going to have crude oil and natural gas, and there are many more out there. Under grains, wheat and coffee, and many more out there. So what else can be traded? Indices. What are indices? These are simply groups of shares or groups of stocks under one basket, or they're a group of companies under one umbrella. I'm going to give you examples of these groups of companies under one umbrella. S&P 500. This is a US indice, and it comprises 500 quality companies that are under one umbrella. Then we have the FTSE. The FTSE is for the UK. It comprises of 100 quality companies as well that are under one umbrella. You can trade them as one umbrella. And the NASDAQ, 100 quality companies, again in the US, and you can trade them under one umbrella. What else can be traded? Bonds. What are bonds? This is simply the money you lend your government or the bank as a loan, for an interest, of course. I'm going to give you examples of these loans. We have UK 10-year gilt, which is the UK bond, the US government bond, 10-year government bond. You can get that, or you can get the US 30-year bond, which is 30 years of making money. You can give your government a 30-year loan. I'm just going to mention these 4 categories, and then You can research on the other categories, because we can spend a whole day just mentioning what can be traded and who can trade what and anything like that. But these are some of the things that can be traded, and this is just to give you a heads up so that you can begin to create a picture of what is possible. On to our next slide. In our next slide, I'm going to give you the 7 major forex pairs. The reason why they call them the major pairs is because they are the most highly traded and they come from some of the largest economies. So let's get down to the pairs. In no particular order, we have the Euro USD, which is also known as the Euro dollar. We have the Great British Pound US dollar, which is also known as the pound dollar. We have the US dollar against the Japanese yen, which is also known as the dollar yen. We have the Aussie USD, which is also known as the Aussie dollar, the USD Swiss franc, which is also known as the dollar Swissy, the USD CAD, which is also known as the dollar loonie, the New Zealand dollar US dollar, which is also known as the Kiwi dollar. So now you have the 7 major pairs in front of you. These are the most highly traded pairs, and you can do your research and find out more about these pairs, but I've listed them down just to create a picture of what is possible. What I'm gonna ask you to do right now is take 3 deep breaths, and I want you to think about what you have just learned. Make your own notes, and if you're still unclear, play this video again, follow the process. And if this video was helpful, I want you to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if not yet, share this video, hit that like button. Until the next time, thank you for watching. Stay humble.